From the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Taylor Musgrove.
And I'm Anthony Landau. Let's take a look at the news.
Last Saturday, Bradley University students hosted the event Bring Light to the Fight at the CT Gabber Construction. Bring Light to the Fight was an event to shed light on the opioid epidemic in Peoria. Peoria Mayor Jim Artis stopped by as well to say a few words in support of the event. Bring Light to the Fight offered a variety of resources, including a mural reveal, narking training and distribution, CPR training, free sexual health screenings, live music, free food, and more, all in hopes to bring light to the Peoria about this crisis.
Superhero books and games and all sort of things await at Acme Comics.
Do you like comics, movies, games, or just want to nerd out? Then Acme Comics has you covered. On 2218 West Glen Avenue, Acme Comics has been in business for almost 20 years. Comic and games fans have stopped by many times to find the newest releases or just to have a friendly chat. Storekeeper Randy Whitty and several other employees there have a strong passion for comics and their storytelling.
If it's a good comic, it needs to take you away. You know, it's that whole, tiny bit of an escape from the daily life, escape from work, escape from, whatever you need to escape from. It's a nice little escape, even if it's a 20-minute comic book that takes you someplace else.
For almost 20 years, Randy Whitty and comic book fans have come to Acme to fuel their passion from everything to DC, to Marvel, to Image, Superman, to Spider-Man, to Spawn, and more.
It's just one of those things, it's like it goes in and out of, in and out of what I'm really into. But yeah, I was never a video game guy, but, reading and comics and art, that's the stuff I'm mainly into.
To find out more about Acme Comics, find them on Facebook or go to 2218 West Glen Avenue. This has been Patrick Bell, BUTV News.
Last Thursday, the subway in Campustown decided to give back to the organization Camp Chasm. Camp Chasm is an organization that provides a free summer camp for children whose parents have or have had cancer. Subway partnered up with Camp Chasm and donated up to 50% of their proceeds to the organization. Subway asks its customers to simply come out and get a great sandwich to support a great cause. If you want to donate to Camp Chasm or want to learn more about the organization, be sure to visit campchasm.org.
The Bradley Theater Department works on the final touches for its last show of the semester, the Pulitzer Prize-winning classic Picnic by William Ing. The play takes place in a small Kansas town in the 1950s as the local residents prepare for their annual Labor Day picnic. During preparations, a passionate drifter arrives in town and turns their lives upside down. The play will be held at the Hartman Center for the Performing Arts and will be performed from April 19th to April 29th and will start at 7:30 p.m. Student tickets cost $5. And now for another trip into the stars right from Olin Hall.
Recently, the physics department of Olin Hall held an important lecture discussing the origin of fine metals and elements, where they came from, and how they emerged from the stars. Physics teacher and nuclear physicist D.V. Shetty explained the important questions physics asked.
Or rather, two of the most important questions that is being asked in current research in nuclear physics and astrophysics is the following. For example, in nuclear physics, one of the most pressing questions that is being pursued is, where did all the heavy elements come from?
Dr. Shetty is a respected and honored member of the science community, both nuclear physics and here at Bradley. Physics Department Chairman Jose Lozano invited Dr. Shetty to share his research.
This year, or this semester, we decided to have a talk by one of our faculty members, Dr. Shetty. His area is in nuclear physics, which is outside of the traditional area of research.
And a neutron star is basically a remnant of supernova collapse. So what happens is, when heavier stars, like stars which have mass greater than 8 solar mass, when they collapse into a strong, into a compact and dense object. They leave behind a dense and compact object which is called neutron star.
To find out more about Dr. Shetty's research, check in with Hilltop Happenings or Olin Hall for future science lectures. For BUTV News, this is Josh Smith.
Are we done with winter? Are we officially into spring? Or are we just hopping into summer? Joe King will let us know more after the break.
Star Wars Land, Harry Potter Land, and now another theme park is coming. Quinnice Williams explains after the break. Don't go away.
Hey, what's up? Do you want to come over and watch the debate tonight?
I don't really care what they have to say. So, no.
Well, don't you want to hear what they have to say before you vote?
Well, I'm not even registered to vote, so it doesn't matter to me.
Are you kidding me? Your vote matters now more than ever.
Is my one vote really going to make a difference? I mean, I don't even have time to register.
What? No, it's so easy to register right now. Seriously, there are some things that are a lot harder than registering to vote. Like getting out of bed in the morning. Or like cramming last minute for a midterm. Or trying to stop your latest TV binge. And, are you even listening to me?
Oh, while you were talking, I actually just registered to vote online. Turns out it's super easy.
Register to vote and find your local polling place at ova.elections.il.gov.
What should I say? Screw it. What if he doesn't see it? Will he care? It's taking too long. I need to call him. Nothing. No one.
We can all prevent suicide. Learn more at suicidepreventionlifeline.org.
So I am just sick of this weather and how flip-floppy it is.
Please tell me you got something solid going for us, Joe. You're the predictor. Tell me you're predicting something good.
I can predict that it's going to be pretty stagnant for the next week.
In a good way? Like hot?
I think it's a good way. For the Midwest, I think it's a good way. So speaking of that, let's see what we got going for the next week, guys. So I know what you guys are thinking. You see that little bit of snow there at the top, but thank God it is going to miss us. It was supposed to come today, but it ended up not coming to us. The rain as well, it's not going to hit us at all. So be happy about that. As far as rain at all, we're not going to see any for the next week. We're just going to get a lot of cloud cover the next week, so don't expect to see the sun too much. So expect lots of clouds the entire week. So let's see so now let's look at our temperature map. Now I can safely say, don't quote me on this, but I believe spring is finally here. Today it's a little bit colder. It's in the 30s around the Midwest, but I believe it's going to get a lot warmer next week. We're going to be in the 50s a lot. In the South, it's going to be in the 70s. On Wednesday next week, but other than that, it should be pretty temperate for us, and that's all I got for you guys. So let's take it over to Quinnice.
Oh, snap.
Go. Yeah.
This past Saturday, Beyonce put on an hour and 45-minute performance at Coachella. The singer hired over 100 backup dancers. The performer rehearsed for 3 months in LA. Beyonce was first seen in a basic modest Egyptian queen ensemble, then quickly changed to cut-off jeans for her second costume. From the opening Crazy in Love to her recent single Freedom, nearly 24 tracks got at least a partial hearing. Film producer Kathy Yang is planning to direct a DC spinoff on the crazed villain Harley Quinn. It will be based on a Birds of Prey comic, which will star Margaret Robbie, and will be the second female filmmaker to direct a DC film and the first Asian woman to helm a movie from the DC Comics universe. Production will start at the end of the year.
So I hear that you're not the biggest fan of Beyonce.
No.
What is going on with this?
I'm more of a Rihanna fan.
Oh.
You can be both.
No.
I feel like Beyonce is praised way too much.
Okay, we're gonna have to continue this
God.
later on.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna have a live interview with the director of BU Laughter Live right after the break. Don't go away.
Oh my goodness, that was the best party of the year.
I know, right?
It's getting late. I don't want to walk home alone.
Too bad we live in two separate directions.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Hey, I just wanted to call you so I don't have to walk home alone. It's so creepy out here. I thought I heard something, like someone following me. I'm gonna call you back. Sorry.
BU Laughter Live will host their first ever live event next week on April 25th. Here with us live to talk about more of the upcoming event is reporter Jake Halstead. Jake?
Hi. BU Laughter Live is hosting their first live event next week, April 25th. Here to talk more with us about that is President and founder Ryan Knott. So Ryan, can you tell us, why did you make BU Laughter Live?
Good question, first of all. It was because there needed to be an outlet for writers on campus, for actors on campus. It really is a unique club in the sense that people usually do not get to work with the writers, and writers usually don't get an outlet. So that's why I created it.
That's fantastic. Can you tell us, what is BU Laughter Live?
BU Laughter Live is a club modeled after Saturday Night Live, the famed NBC production, and we're going to be putting on 8 student-written scripts with student actors as well. So that's what the club is. It's going to be a fun time.
That's very cool. So can you tell us a little bit more about some of these student actors? Who's involved?
There's a lot of people involved. To name a few, off the top of my head, the director, Rachel Pruss, Vice President Keegan Burkhart. They're helping me a lot with everything. Some of the actors, well, actually, there's just too many to list for the sake of time.
All right. And what is one of the things that we should know about BU Laughter Live?
I'd probably say the introduction show next week this time. Doors open at 7, show starts at 8, and we'll go for about an hour. Free for everyone, free food, it'll be good. Only 200 seats though, so get there quick.
All right. You heard it here. Show starts at 8. And reporting to you live from the Student Center Ballroom, I'm Jacob Halstead.
Fond du Lac Library had a journey into a galaxy far, far away last Saturday.
Last Saturday, children and their families attended the annual Star Wars Day event at Fond du Lac Library in East Peoria. Members of Star Wars fan group, the 501st Legion, arrived in costume to help with the festivities. Legion member Josh Smith described why he joined the 501st Legion.
I had met some people that explained to me what they're doing with this organization. They're doing visits to the Children's Hospital. It's over in Peoria. They're going to events like today, which is Star Wars Library Day.
Fond du Lac Library and its staff enjoy hosting the event, and the staff love getting children interested in the library and reading. Library staff Laura Warren explained.
And we like to just get them in and let them know what we offer. You know, we offer a fun day, but we also offer a day of learning. There's a science station and there's a game station and just all kinds of stuff for kids and families to do together.
Laura also explained how the event first got started.
Let's say 5 or 6 years ago, they did what was Star Wars Reads Day, and it was in October, and the library just got some information about it, and we just did a little event, and it went really well, and we're like, well, let's just make it bigger, and every year we've just gotten bigger and bigger.
One of the biggest goals of the 501st Legion is to help the children have fun and be themselves. Legion member Mark Berry explained his experience with the children.
You'll get one kid that is either scared of you at the first, or that comes around and best buddy at the end, or you just get that hug off of one kid, or something like that. Every event is special.
Other Star Wars costume groups joined in on the fun. Members like Trevor Shaw of the Rebel Legion also like entertaining the children.
I enjoy seeing the kids' faces when they get to take pictures with us, when they see us, little lightsaber fight with some of the kids, and then also the reason we do it, the charities we do it for.
The Star Wars groups hold many events throughout the year. To find out more about the 501st Legion, go to 501st.com. To find out more about the Rebel Legion, go to rebellegion.com. This has been Patrick Bell, BUTV News.
Coming up after the break, we'll hear the latest on sports with Brett Griffin.
Stay with us, we have more coming up.
Hey, did you hear what the egg said after a night out of drinking?
What?
Lit. Did you bring the smokes?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. Sorry, I didn't have any time to get them today. I'll pay you back.
No problem. I don't understand how you can smoke those anywhere.
It gives me an edge. Like, I just feel more relaxed when I have them.
I can do that without smoking anything, though.
Look, you gotta try one before you judge me.
You know what? Never mind.
Join the cause to help end the use of cigarettes. For more information, visit thetruth.com.
How observant are you? Do you see me walking down the halls? How about the sidewalk? Why do you insist that I'm not there? How observant are you? Do you notice that I don't belong? Do you notice that nobody cares? Do you notice that my life is worthless?
Not at all. but I notice you.
Basketball is my favorite sport.
I like the way they dribble up and down the court, right, Brett?
Yeah, because we got basketball news for you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for that intro. You guys are
No problem.
wingmen. Well, guys, the NBA playoffs began this week. The Warriors are up 2-0 on the Spurs without Stephen Curry. The Toronto Raptors, 1 seed in the East, look to be locked for the next round by taking the first 2 games from the Wizards. The Philadelphia 76ers and Miami Heat are knotted at 1 game apiece. 36-year-old Dwayne Wade of the Heat scored 28 points off the bench in Game 2. New Orleans Pelicans led the Portland Trailblazers 2-0 thanks to dominant performances from Anthony Davis, and yes, the unibrow is still intact, and Rajon Rondo. Rondo has 26 assists in just 2 games. Rondo's former team, the Boston Celtics, have beat Milwaukee Bucks, led the Greek Freak twice thus far. In the absence of Kyrie Irving, Terry Rozier, not known as Scary Terry, has stepped up. Second-year guard Jaylen Brown has led the Celtics by averaging 25 points in the playoffs. The Indiana Pacers beat the Cleveland Cavaliers by 18 Sunday, but LeBron has vowed to come back strong tonight. Their game is currently underway. The Utah Jazz fell to the Oklahoma Thunder. It's a little heartbreaking. Sunday as well, Rookie of the Year candidate Donovan Mitchell had 27 points and 10 rebounds for the Jazz. He was outplayed by Russell Westbrook, no surprise, of the Thunder, who finished the 29-13. They take the court again at 7 p.m. tonight, guys. The Rockets will play and host to the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight in Houston at 8:30 after winning the first game by 3 points. Clint Capella and James Harden, combined for 68 points in the first game for the Rockets. The balanced Timberwolves will look for a star to step up and score more than 20 points. On Bradley's campus, the spring season is well underway. Now heading out to the field, the baseball team traveled to Evansville, Indiana, and swept the Aces out of their own ballpark this past weekend. Evansville is still yet to win a Missouri Valley contest. Throughout this series, the Braves got a lot of production from the bottom half of their lineup. Bradley won 9-4 Friday night, 8-5 Saturday afternoon, and 14-3 on Sunday. Friday, the Braves scored 5 runs in the second inning and never looked back. On Saturday, down 5-0 heading into the top of the 8th, but rallied to score 4 in the 8th and 9th innings. Long relief man Alex Gray remained undefeated with 6 wins on the season. Sunday, the Braves scored 8 runs in the 7th inning. The 11-run margin resulted in the game being called. Freshman left fielder and number 8 hitter Eli Rollison accounted for 9 runs. Throughout the series, the Braves as a team are hitting .296. 7-2 is the best Valley play start since 2008 for the Braves. The 28-9 Braves are currently in action in downtown Peoria against Western Illinois and will host Robert Morris Springfield this weekend. First pitch is scheduled for 12 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, guys. Wrapping up sports, though, we gotta wait for good old Queenies to head on back out since we don't like Beyonce.
I know.
We're Rihanna fans, some of us.
So you're on her side too?
No, I like Beyonce too.
We have to see where Joe falls. No, Joe's gonna be the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Well, coming up after the break, we'll have events coming up at Bradley.
And stay tuned for this week's musical guest. Don't go away. Beyonce's best.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb.
But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
And now some events on campus. The Disaster Artist will be showing Thursday at 8 p.m. at the Marty Theater. James Franco transformed the unbelievable true story of aspiring filmmaker and infamous Hollywood outsider Tommy Wiseau, based on Greg Sestero's best-selling Tell All about the making of Tommy's cult classic disaster piece, The Room. Starting tomorrow, the Hartman Center for the Performing Arts will be presenting Picnic. Picnic is the story of residents of a small Kansas town preparing for their annual Labor Day picnic, when the arrival of a passionate drifter turned their lives upside down during the 1950s. Tickets are $15 for adults, faculty and staff $12, and students $5. Picnic runs until the 29th of April. Thursday at Westlake Hall, room 112, you can attend a final exam workshop hosted by the Academic Success Center at 5 p.m. This event will help you prepare by giving you help with study time planning and assisting you with making study sessions productive. Bring your final exam schedule. Students are asked to sign up 1 day prior. Well, that's it for BUTV's news this week. I'm Anthony Landau.
I'm Brett Griffin.
I'm Cornice Williams.
I'm Joe King.
And I'm Taylor Musgrove. We leave you tonight with a special performance, maybe Beyonce. You
got a problem with that, Cornice?
Big problem.
Stay beehive.
Have a great night, everybody.